Happy birthday to my goddaughter Serenity. I love you so much. You're growing up so fast. I don't even know what to say to you anymore. But I do know I can say I love you and happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Hi there, you are tuned into Beauty and Braids, the podcast where I, Karyne Talks, has conversations about all things relevant to personal growth and development. Just a heads up, I'm unfiltered. You're welcome.
Hi guys. Today's topic. Today is Monday, January 27th, 2020, and it's literally the day after the 26th, after Kobe Bryant, his daughter Gianna, and 7 other passengers on a helicopter passed away. So it took everybody by surprise because you would think a helicopter, everything for someone of his stature and celebrity was, looked out, checked out, made sure that everything was copacetic for his helicopter, especially with so many passengers in it, on their way to the Mamba practice, the Mamba Academy practice that they were having. It was a shock. Like me, I watch basketball, but I'm not like a diehard fan. But anytime I remember growing up, like in the past, I would be like, shoot something in the, garbage or something. I'd be like, Kobe. That was what I did. And so it was, that's why it still affected me. And like any loss is going to affect me because we're all connected. If anybody understands that, how much we are connected. So to learn of his passing, it was just kind of like, wow. Like, I actually incorporated his name and what he does in something that I do on a regular, just throwing things in the trash, And my little brother actually looked up to Kobe. Like, his son, even though he looked up to Kobe. And when I told my nephew, I'm like, yo, and he's 8, but he's very inquisitive. And I was like, Kobe? He was like, yeah. I said, he passed away. He's like, oh no, I gotta call my dad. My dad needs to know. Like, that was his reaction. Like, he was sad, but then he was just like, he knows how much of a fan my brother was, and my brother was crying. My nephew and my brother started crying. Like, it was just like a really sad moment. And I've never seen my little brother cry that much in one day. Like, and just not like just tears, but like really breaking down. And we watched a lot of his, moments, Kobe's moments and things like that. And it was, it was a way to connect. And it's sad that we have to connect like that. But I mean, this episode is definitely going to be dedicated to Kobe and the families, and of course loss. Like, how do we deal with loss? Like, I've had a friend who just lost her mom right before Christmas, and there's something about loss that we go through, and if we're not prepared for it, it hurts even more. Like, when you prepare for it, it still hurts, but it lessens the blow because you see it coming. You're preparing yourself. You're making time. You making memories. You think you kind of can work with what you got. But when you don't have enough time and things happen suddenly, you're not you think you have time, and then it's just like, no, you don't, and then everybody, says like, life is short. Life is short. Life, you can, babies go, you know what I'm saying? There's people who think they're going to come to term with their child, and their child doesn't make it. There's people who bring their child into the world, and then they don't make it. Life is very unpredictable. We cannot predict it. We have to just go with what life gives us. Even my nephew, he was in the hospital after he, like a few weeks after he was born, because he got a cold, and it was like really crazy. Like, he was in the hospital for a few weeks, and they had to paralyze him and do all of this. And it's like, yo, you think you're out the clear after the baby is born, but no, there's still sickness out there. There's still things that can still harm and affect the child even after they're born. So life in itself is very precious, and it should not be taken lightly. It should be respected. It should be encouraged, and it shouldn't be laughed at or just thrown away just because you can, appreciate what, like, the fact that you can breathe, walk, talk, love, choose that. Choose to make somebody's day, or make your own day. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to just spring into action yesterday and put together a whole, tribute and stuff like that for Kobe. And I just was like, you know what, I told y'all I go to therapy. I always put everybody else first. Like, let me do this, you know what I'm saying? But I said, no, Karen, because obviously you got a lot of things on your plate that you're trying to work on. Do what you can with what you got. And I got a podcast, and this is what I'm going to do. This is how I'm going to contribute to a legacy, and tribute to him, because he was not only a basketball player, but he was a family man, and he was a businessman. He gave back. He had his own team. He was coaching his daughter. He was coaching other people's daughters and sons and all of that. Like, he was doing a lot, So again, the marathon continues. My way of honoring him and everybody before him in the week of Martin Luther King's birthday, okay, is to continue what I'm doing by giving back, by changing kids' lives, by strengthening the community and strengthening our future, through my organization, Your Destiny Treasure Chest, like, to give kids a platform to be confident, to think outside the box, to just keep believing in themselves. That's what I'm going to do in honor of all of these greats that have passed. We're moving into Black History Month. Yes, we have a month, but we celebrate it 24/7, 365 days out of the year. It doesn't matter. We are in a new century. We are in a new decade. It's 2020, and it's already starting off okay. Like, it's a wild one. It's a wild one. So we just remember that energy is not lost, it's only transferred. So when one of us dies, three of us rise. We take on the energy of our greats, our ancestors. We are strengthened by their power. And just remember that he left a legacy behind, so he's never gone. He's still within us. He's still around us. He's still with his wife. He's still with his kids. Even the families that were on that plane, it's just tragic. The pilot, everybody has been affected by his loss. And regardless of what he's done in the past. Not to say I excuse anything that anybody has done in the past that have hurt or harmed anybody, and but life is life, and it's God-given, and anything that was created in the image of God is beautiful and should be honored when it is taken. So this was my episode. When we deal with loss, remember that we come into this world alone, and we leave. We go out alone. In this case, they went out as a whole team. I guess that's why it's such a blow, because it wasn't just one. It was 9. That's a lot. If you have any comments, I do want to go into having conversations, but I just really wanted to say something on this, because there's a lot of people who have lost a lot of people the beginning of this year, at the end of last year, and throughout this year we will be losing people. That is inevitable. That's the only thing that is constant in life, is death. But just treat every day like it's your last. Love like it's your last. Okay? Forgive like it's your last. And just smile like it's your last. Have fun. And leave a mark. If you believe in everybody who are great because they gave back, because they gave their all, be that. Don't look for everybody else to do what you don't want to do. Do it. Go out. Do it. Just do it. Just do what you're passionate about. If you don't want to, quit your job or whatever, do that. But on the side, do something that is benefiting you in the long run. Just a little bit to actually give you some type of joy. Because if you do not live in your creativity or in your dream, you will die slowly. Live every day. Well, that's all I got. Rest in peace, angels. Yesterday you got your wings.
Thank you again for listening to Beauty and Braids. I'm your girl Karen, and this has been another great day. Until next time, you'll hear from me then. In the meantime, please follow me on @HairByKaren, @ShopBraidAppeal, and @YTC Nonprofit. Get to know me a little bit better. Check them out. Bye.